1984 Daimler 4.2 Vanden Plas. I pulled this outside to do the video just because I want to show you the colour of this in the sunlight. Absolutely gorgeous. Got this brown copper metallic colour. Really pretty. Not very often we got a good sunny day up here in the north, so let's show it off while we can. See, it doesn't always rain up here. Right, start with the bodywork. If we start on this front corner, coming down the front wing, if you look down the side of the car, you will see lovely and straight, lovely and tidy all the way down. Panel gaps and everything are nice. We'll start on this front arch. It's all nice and solid all the way around. No sign of any corrosion or anything like that. It's got a good wheel and good tyre on there. Loads of tread left in that. Obviously correct wheel on there. If we look down this sill on this side, you see all nice and straight all the way along. This driver's door itself, nice and clean. It's a little mark we've got. Oh no, it's a bit of polish there. Ignore that. Got a tiny little bit of peel on the corner of the handle for being very picky. Chrome on the wing mirror caps, all nice and tidy. All the windows are nice and clean on this side, as you can see, nice and clean, nice and clear. This rear passenger door, it's all nice and straight. There's no little dings or anything at all on either of them. It's really good. So again, this arch on the rear, nice and solid. You got a tiny little mark just at the bottom there. Another good wheel and tyre. Going along this side, got a very small stone chip just here. You can barely see, but it is there. And there is a little bit of pitting. You've got to get quite close, but there's a little bit of pitting in the chrome on the bumper on the rear. And from here you can't notice at all. Really nice and close, and you do pick it up. Coming around onto the rear, both tail lights nice and clean, nice and bright. Bumper sits straight. This rubber sits in here properly, which is always good. And the exhaust sit where they should. Boot lid itself, nice and straight. Again, you get a good look at that colour in the sun. Round the window, which is a bit of a problem area for these, we do have a little bit of corrosion starting to appear there, as you can see. Tiny little bit on the top. Heated rear screen, obviously. Your twin tanks and things, the chrome work on those is good, but again, a bit more corrosion just popping up down the bottom there. Then again, moving on to this side, apart from somebody not shutting the door properly, that was probably me. See, all nice and straight down there. This rear arch has a little bit of bubbling at the bottom corner. But again, the arch itself is nice and solid until we get down to this bit here where it meets the sill. And we've got a bit more corrosion. Another good wheel and tyre. And this sill, all nice and straight all the way along. Both doors on the passenger side, nice and straight, nice and tidy. Again, panel gaps are really good. Tiny little bit of peel on the handle again, from stone chips sort of started off, I think. So it seems to be on the front edge, whereas the backs are always good. Look at the roof from this side. Again, nice and straight, nice and tidy. Got a couple of little marks on the paint on the sunroof. But other than that, it's all good. All the chrome work around the windows, the wing mirrors, on the window trim is all lovely. It's just the bumpers really where the water sits more than anything. It does have this lovely pinstripe going all the way along, which is nice. Got a little bit of bubbling just under the barge there. This front arch, nice and solid. Another good wheel and tyre. Moving around up the front, those quad headlamps, all nice and clear. Obviously the main lights have got washers on them. And like I say, a little bit of pitting on the chrome, but very little. The grille itself is nice. Barge has a little bit of lacquer peel on it. And then that lower valance on there is all good. Bonnet itself, we've got a mark here from where there's been a bit of bird poo left or something. But other than that, nice and tidy. On this front wing we do have a small scratch here as well. But other than that, all nice and tidy. We'll move on to the interior. So gorgeous outside, and then you've got this sort of dark tan with this lovely wood. Couldn't be more Daimler if it tried, really. This driver's seat, really good for the age. Tiny little bit of wear on the bolster, but other than that, nothing at all to whinge about. Carpets are correct colour, they're not faded or anything like that. 86,000 miles on this one. Steering wheel's nice, no sign of any wear there really. The wood is doing its usual thing where the lacquer does start to sort of fade a little bit. Used to be a bit of an issue, whereas now actually there's a couple of places you can send them for very little money. 200-300 quid to get all the wood done in this now. Whereas it used to be an absolute nightmare. So you've got your trip computer with all the fuel. I mean, I wouldn't suggest looking at the instant melt of the gallon on this. That's not going to be fun for anybody. Obviously, heat screen controls, interior lights. It does still have a Jaguar, or Daimler if you like, sound system in it, which is nice. Normally they've disappeared by now. And then obviously heater controls. It has the speed control or cruise control as you or I know it. Automatic obviously, electric windows. Sunroof is electric as well, I believe, yep, which is quite nice. On the headlining and everything, that's all lovely in there as well. Quite often they'll be dropping away, but no, that's really good. As you can see, really nice and tidy. And I do prefer these Daimlers over the Jags because you've got your 4 seats instead of 5. These rear seats are lovely and tidy, no sign of any real wear at all. Backs of the seats are great. They've not been kicked or abused. And obviously you've got this extra little console here. And then the armrest. And obviously only 2 seat belts because it is a true 4-seater. Look in the boot. If I can remember how to get into it. There we go. And here you've got your original toolkit, which is nice to see. And then all your carpet sets, all lovely and tidy, lovely and straight. See if we can lift some of this up. And then under here, full-size spare wheel with a good tyre on it. But no sign of any corrosion at all. Really nice and clean and fresh in there. Pull that back. And from the other side on the under the into the rear seats is again just the same. No sign of any real wear at all. Lovely and fresh, lovely and tidy. Even the leather on the rear parcel shelf is good. And then the same story here. A little bit of peeling, like lift and fading milkiness on the wood, like I mentioned, but the passenger seat, really good. It's obviously been well cared for. We've got a little snag on the center console there, but other than that, really good. Come around and we'll lift this up. Under here could do with a bit of a detail, a bit of a spruce up, but actually your rear wings and things are all nice and solid. It's more important. I'd rather have to clean something than sort those out. Good strong battery on this. It's never had to be boosted or anything like that. It's been with us a couple of weeks. But all nice and tidy in there. We'll detail in the description what we've got in the way of history with it, so you know where it's been and what it's done. Start it up. Like I say, it's always started on the button for us. Lovely and smooth. Happy little engine, or happy big engine should I say. And if we go on the back, you'll see no steam, no smoke. So there you have it. Daimler 4.2 Vanden Plas. Any questions, please get in touch. Thank you.